Yeah, that's good.
It's all right, I'll get up.
Yeah. Bang on. We'll be there for an hour.
You see it all stuff.
Kaya Wanju, welcome to the second episode of Uncharted Artistry. I'm Tyler and this is Joshy behind the desk doing all the technicalities. A podcast committed to uncovering all Perth's best musicians and industry personnel. Today's episode we have the naughty nostalgic punk rockers and luscious long-haired yahoos Reefeater.
You! West
kids who never got the chance.
Fellas, big thank you for coming in and keeping the ball rolling.
How's it going, Tyler?
Oh, I can't complain. For those that don't know and aren't familiar with Reefeater, we got a three-piece pure magic consisting of lead singer and left-handed bassist Patrick, axe enthusiast and Sunday's best wearing Pierre, and Scream Lord and Tub Tapper Rowan. Boys.
Here's a sexy bastard.
Always in the Sunday best.
All right, boys, take me back to the night at Convenience when I swindled my way into the table. What was good that night?
Were we in little shorts, or was that the next Convenience one?
Oh, I think that was the next time we were there. That was the opening night that we played together.
That
right?
was, yeah.
It was.
Convenience
It was the opening
opening.
night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was sick.
Friday or a Saturday, I believe.
One of those, yeah. I think Tied Down was on the lineup.
Yep,
That
tied
was-
down.
That was the reason why I went there.
And they still didn't have like tables out the back for the smokers area. It was just like a sand pit at that point.
That's right.
Everyone's sitting cross-legged, singing Kumbaya.
Yeah.
Yeah, we always get their kind of the pre-gig routine that kind of happens. We're floating out having a durry. Next minute we get bombarded by a man with a Polaroid. There we were. Yeah. The rest is history, T-Dog.
Paparazzi.
I was taking a shit and I saw a Polaroid pop over the top of it. And the rest is history.
No, yeah, that's right. I like to take my Polaroid down and snap a few bands. And this one time I seen a couple of guys. I thought, surely not. These guys surely not. Do they surf or do they not? And I went straight up to you and I fucking took a couple of Polaroids, gave you one, gave me one. I think at one point I like offer you I take two and I offer one. And you guys took the first one and then you were like, nah, fuck that, we want the other one.
Did we take both?
No, you took the first one and they were like looking at you like, nah. But mine's way better anyway because it's cute as you guys are like looking into Patrick's eyes.
Beautiful.
Have it a gaze. So what's good, boys? You just played a gig at Indie Bar, I believe, eh?
Did.
Yeah.
We did indeed.
That was a fun one actually.
Yeah.
I think the best part of the night was when our mate Pritchie decided to stage dive.
Oh.
And the entire crowd just sort of parted ways like the Red Sea, and he just hit the fucking floor with a big thud.
It was like Moses just parted the seas.
The Red Sea.
Yeah. What's the saying, boys? With Pritchie?
Pritchie in the crowd's better than 10 in the bush.
But Pritchie in the bush is pretty good too. I've been camping with him and he's good value.
So good gig, eh? Who won that? Sky Cave.
Sky Cave put the night together.
Yeah.
They're the fellas from Esperance, Stunned Mullets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rogie.
And the Wedges.
The Wedges.
Wedges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was sick.
Yeah, they
Moonlight?
were awesome.
Moonlight
And
playing?
Moonlight.
And
Moonlighter.
Moonlighter, yeah.
Yeah.
Bit of
Fucking
a
shred.
Yeah.
bit of a comeback, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They played years ago. They were rocking the tour, the scene, if you will.
Yeah,
And now they're
yeah.
bloody had a break and they're back.
Back with a vengeance.
And I think they got a wee bit of a lineup change, but yeah, Sash on guitar is awesome for them.
Cool.
And he's also in the headlining band Sky Cave. So,
Yeah.
that was a fun one. Indie Bar's always fun.
Yeah, it's a cracker, eh?
People always get around it. You get your floaters coming in and out,
Yeah,
and people aren't necessarily just there for the music. So
No.
it's a mixed crowd.
No troublemakers usually there either, is there?
Nah.
I always smack my head on the roof.
Yeah.
It's about this high, and I do one jump, and I can't see for the next minute.
They should have a height limit at Indie Bar, you know, like when you're going on a Ferris wheel or something.
Yeah, you must be this short to ride.
Yeah.
And a bit of tape on the roof that says caution.
Yeah.
Watch your fucking head.
Funny that, because you're quite familiar with the old stack out, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, I hurt myself most gigs, I would say.
Where do they put you guys on the lineup during such a gig like that?
What were you, third?
There were 5 bands that night, which was kind of cool. There's bigger slots at the Indie Bar.
Yeah.
So depending on how you kind of want to stagger it, you can either have less bands, obviously, with more time, or but filling it with 5 was cool because there was a real good mix of music.
Yeah.
Kind of, the guys from Esperance that came up, the different vibes, the different kind of, I don't know, flow that went on was awesome.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Oh,
The wedges, they were heavier than I thought they'd be.
Yeah, okay.
You know, they were,
What, in comparison to you fellas, like heavy, like that Sum 41 Rise Against sort of vibe? Or are we talking
almost more proggy, a bit of screaming, a bit of almost like big halftime breakdowns and things, but then going back into something that wasn't that heavy.
Yeah, Roger.
As well. So
And quite psychedelic as well, which was really, really cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Did not expect that.
Love a bit
yeah,
of that phase.
they were definitely bloody off the cusp of what I thought they'd be.
Yeah, they're off their lips, man. They're fucking sick.
They were. No, they were fun.
That heavy King Gears album, that sort of vibe.
Oh, yeah.
Infest the Rat's Nest.
Yes,
That's the
what
one.
a
Mars
banger.
for the
For
rich.
for the rich. Yeah.
That's all.
Surely their best album, that one. We got pistachios and snakes alive on the desk.
Yum.
You had me at pistachios.
So it's been about, 3 months since that came out? October last year, was it?
When was that? I think was it earlier?
I think it was longer, yeah.
Which one was
Longer?
it?
Lifeline.
About 3 years ago.
It starts with L.
Yeah, that was a few months ago. 'Cause we recorded that in May, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a quick one to come sort of together, more or less. I remember it wasn't too long ago before we were recording that you were playing the acoustic and still writing lyrics and fucking around. And then we went straight into the stew and slapped it out with Jay.
Yeah, we did really want to get that one up and going, actually, Lifeline, because prior to that, the amount of tomfuckery that comes with recording, writing, videos, everything is a process. And we're like, this one we need to back it up quite quickly.
Yeah.
So we jumped in with Jay from Oracle Sound he gave us a hand with the vocals and guitars and just put the icing on the cake for us.
Yeah.
The boys did all the bones, but because we just wanted to get it out. Let's just go, let's move it.
So how does it sort of come about? Like, who writes the songs? Who writes the lyrics? Where does it sort of, originate from?
Lifeline in particular was something I dicked around with on guitar, and then like a lot of our songs, that kind of you jam on it, you tweak the lyrics, bridges come up, ideas change. The boys obviously do the bulk of the singing, so the harmonies they work out, they pick the keys, and it's just a bit of a building block from there.
Yep.
Like we put the foundation forward, whoever does it, and then it's built together.
Yeah. And you recorded the video 2 months ago?
Man,
the classic action-packed, adrenaline-filled.
That was so much fun. Oh my
That was a
god.
good one. The video before that, Chump, we had like 5 shooting days, and it took like 2 months from thing. I look like a different person by the end of it.
Continuity was all out of whack.
I don't like to get a haircut every time. And we were like, let's do one in one day so we don't have to do more than one shoot day.
Yeah.
So we just planned it all. Did it
amazing.
one day.
Amazing
Got it
what a
all
bit of
done.
production can do, post-production can do, eh?
Yeah.
We kind of went in with the mindset of like, we'll try it out, and if it doesn't work, we just won't use it. Just see what happens. And it ended up being a lot of fun. We had our mates come down to have a skate and to volunteer being pushed off skateboards and
Yeah.
shit like that.
How'd that come about? Pick short sticks or like you're down?
I was gonna get hurt anyway. So.
No, we all picked pickled onions from the jar. You got the black one.
I was like most things, we have like 10 ideas and get there and like only 3 work, but you film them all and then see how it goes at the end.
Pick it out in the studio. Yeah. Who was cinematographer and production? Who did that? Art design and.
Our mate Tom Bull, he filmed it and then just flung the footage to us.
We pretty much sat down and said, "What's the funniest shit we can do in
we pretty much
half a day?" It's
It's funny. I was talking to my mate Joe about this recently, and he was saying that like all the times he pushed our other mate Smoker off of his skateboard, and where Smoker ate shit. Most of the times most of those cases didn't even make it to the video. I think there was like once or twice you might see it, but he did it quite a few times, like 5 or 6 times. He fully stacked it on cement.
Luke copped a beating that day. Shout out to Luke Smoker.
Yeah, and to Joe for dressing up as a bully.
Oh yeah, all the guys that were involved.
Yeah,
was awesome. But Luke in particular with the boys, they came up with the actual album, the single art, which was the broken skateboard with Lifeline on it.
Sick.
Yeah. So they graffitied that and did that in a day. But yeah, Tom did the filming and Pierre did a lot of the editing for the video, or most of it. In cahoots with Pat and kind of pieced it and picked it together. And but getting it done in a day was fun because it's easy to go down a rabbit hole with videos and go, for the sake of it being 6% better, let's spend another 10 years on it.
Yeah,
that's like, nah, let's just get this. Let's get this mother flipper out there. Let's get it and back up the last one pretty quick.
Package it up, move on, sort of rather than bite the bullet.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes it's about putting stuff out. Not just slapping it out there, but not getting too bogged down on the the idiosyncrasies about a small video. So.
And Milk Bar, was that the release of the single, or was that like a video release?
No, that was just a fun night with friends, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was Reefeater and friends, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, that was sick.
That was awesome night, man. We had Tulips, Cameron, Alexander, Sky Cave, and Ali Bejat.
Yep.
So it was a bit of punk, bit of rap, bit of blues, rock.
Cool.
It was awesome, man.
What's Milk Bar like to play?
It's a 6 stage.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Big
stage. Good sound. The sound person there is amazing.
Yeah. Is it it's quite big, eh? The
Mm.
venue.
Yeah. That sounds good.
Yeah.
It is a big venue. There's sections at the back where there's kind of like sitting areas and that, but it's good that they're kind of positioned far enough around the bar that people can still come and have a boogie and so it's kind of got the best of both worlds without feeling like a school hall. It's kind of it's got that kind of intimacy to it, but there are lurkers at the bar.
Yeah.
The old bar flies that just camp and just sit around.
Who the fuck are these guys?
Scotch on the rocks.
Yelling out slander.
This isn't real music.
I was saying boo earns.
I'm sorry that I left you and that I had to go. I'm sorry that I left you, but there's something you should know. If I could change a thing, I'd bring you with me. The things didn't work that way.
I must say, congratulations on the Spotify stats. A gazillion views. And a shitload of listens.
We haven't come to terms with it yet. we haven't come to terms with it.
I'm still on cloud 9.
We've all quit our jobs.
You got that big check, eh?
Written in crayons.
No.
For context, we got a gazillion views.
Yeah. For context, it was when everyone was doing their Spotify for artists posts and saying how many plays they got. Pat fucking just drew on Microsoft Paint.
What's pain, eh?
Reefeater, Jillian plays.
He said listeners, yes.
But T-Dog, I was at work that day and my bloody Facebook was just getting bombarded with all these Spotify raps. And I was like, far out, this is all going on.
Yeah.
But I'm not tech savvy enough to go, what's our raps?
Yeah,
I didn't know how to look at it.
Of course.
So finished work and I got hold of the boys and said, should we do the old bloody rap thing, and this and, everyone's doing it. Let's stick it on the World Wide Web. We thought about it. We sat on it for a night and we're going to do it the next day. And Pat,
I said, fuck no.
yeah,
I'm not doing that.
Pat popped over and goes, it's a bit of a dick measuring contest.
You would fucking lose, man.
And our dick's not that big. Our collective. I'm bringing the average down, but
Together, maybe.
So we thought, we'll just go and bloody invent one.
Yeah.
So that's what we did.
Yeah.
'Cause we thought if you can't beat them, join them. But we beat them.
so we did both.
It worked out for the best, fellas. I tell you what. No, I had a good chuckle about that. Well, I've got a big question. Merch, that's what I'm after. I'm obviously wearing, I love my merch. It's late 90s hat on, tan and top fucking shirt on. Where's the merch, boys? Can we get it? Can people get their hands on it?
We just did our very first merch run, and we're fresh out.
We sold out
Fresh out.
pretty quick.
Doesn't surprise me with the Spotify views.
We printed a gajillion shirts.
All in landfill. That waste patch in the Pacific Ocean, mostly Reefeater shirt.
We actually did what you two did, and instead of putting an album out on everyone's iPhone unwanted,
Yes.
we just bombed Australia Post with them. So check your letterbox, there might be one in there.
Just put it in your wardrobe. Fuck, where did this?
Just remember to write return to sender when you find it.
But no, we did. We were stoked with our shirts. Our good mate, Swanee, old Jacob D, me and Pat's old housemate went to school with him over east. Shout out to Lismore High School.
Represent.
Rock and roll. But he actually got running his own T-shirt printing place called Classic Stitch Up.
Classic.
Yeah. He's got some rippers, and often we wear them on stage, a lot of his T-shirts.
Yep.
But he did the print for us, and he actually made me this shirt.
Nice.
So he's, we were bloody stoked. He did the design for us, and we just did it on a bit of an acid wash thing, but
Yep.
just did a little print run.
So more to come? Or?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, man. We're working on a fresh design, and we're working on some other things as well. We've got a bunch of ideas. We've got like things we're still yet to figure out. Things like demo CDs or hats with the little. I don't know if you've seen Pat on stage, but he's got the thing that holds his hat into place because when he's headbanging, it keeps it in
just
place.
in case an easterly blows through. And
A drawstring.
Yeah.
I destroyed a Bunnings hat and put it on a cool cap.
Yeah. You like Legionnaires style, but or
No, it's just pretty much a cap.
you don't need it.
It's just that I'd move my head slightly and my hat falls off and I got hair in my eyes for the rest of the gig.
That's not on.
So just
Up
up to the thing and then away you go.
So hats, shirts, all that sort of jazz.
Yeah, we made reef teeth once, which was those chatter teeth, and it says Reefeater on the teeth, and you wind them up, and they go.
Yeah,
That's
the reef
unique.
teeth were fun.
Yeah.
I'd like to do one that's an alarm clock.
Oh yeah.
And we write a shitty wake up song,
Yeah.
stick it on the reef teeth, and you wind it up, and just so that people, some people might give them a reason to hate us a little bit.
What, a 30-second nap while you're winding it up? And then
Fuck you, Reefeater.
Hit the snooze.
wind the snooze up.
No, well that's it. I think Perth scene needs that kind of shit. Unique, something different, and we need somewhere to actually distribute it rather than just someone. Having it or bands having to go put it out Australia Post wise or deliver it themselves and shit like that. Have you heard Tied Down's lead singer CJ's starting like something similar like that? There's I think
Reef teeth?
no. Oh, no.
Bash him.
No, no, you've got the trademark for that, Matty.
Go get him, boys.
They're calling it Tide Teeth.
That's fine. That's fine.
No, you've got the trademark on that.
Yeah, that's it.
Like I think Scarborough Markets, they're doing just all local T-shirts,
Oh, sick.
local CDs, local all that sort of jazz. So
That could be fun.
that's a little shout out to them.
Yeah, well, some other platforms would be good if you got merch there. And you're in the option because people do have like those online stores and stuff.
Yeah.
And you got your gigs to kind of push it, but if there wasn't like a bit of another medium, whether it be online or something, and it's pure, could well exist again. Not quite the tech head, but if there was a platform online and it was called like bandshirts.com, and you go and then you type in the name of the band and it's just like a merch store.
Yeah.
Virtual kind of online, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
But they're playing soon, aren't they?
They got Milk Bar next week, I think.
With Surf Shop Cops.
Yeah.
Don't they?
Yeah.
Good mate from work loves tie down.
Yeah.
Good
I'm
old Kieran and his keen. He's been yarning about it, so I might poke my head down.
I might make an appearance too. I'm a bit of a fanboy.
Bring your Polaroid, mate. I'll be there.
Yeah. Oh.
Catch you in the shitter.
A little reunion shot.
Can you stop blackmailing with me with that?
For context, I take photos of these boys in the shitter. No, I take Polaroids of them, and just one of them had to be in the shitter. That was a while ago though. That was a convenience. We were putting up a Dirty Handle sticker, eh?
Yeah,
On the urinal.
it was.
Hold up. While we're on
RIP.
shitting and convenience, the gig after that gig at convenience, Rowan shit himself on the way there.
I shit myself there. Good thing the Polaroid wasn't there that night. Or it would have been a different photo.
He shot himself on the walk in there and he was scrubbing his undies in the sink.
I heard it. I did.
We rocked
through it.
We rocked up to the back of the venue to load in. And was this the one we were dressed up as Halloween things, even though it
Yeah,
wasn't
we were in
Halloween?
little tiny shorts.
Yeah, we were in like
Daisy Dukes.
little leopard shorts, and we had like
Not the best shorts to shit yourself in. Jeans would have been more appropriate.
And we had our face paint on, even though it was, I think, after Halloween, well after Halloween, but we were like, or before Halloween.
It was Friday the 13th.
That's why we did.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right. But no one else there was. So we kind of just looked like idiots. But we're like, fuck it, let's do it anyway. So we rocked up to the back, and the door was locked to load our gear in. So we're like, all right, one of the boys needs to go to the front to try and unlock it. And I think, were you one of the people that went to the front?
Yeah, me and Rowan were walking and Rowan's like, I'm shitting. I was like, oh, this is funny as fuck.
I think on the way there, it happened actually. As we were driving in, I wasn't driving, I was sitting in the back with all the gear, holding everything in the bloody wagon from falling down.
Yep.
As I do. Yeah. Just trying to make myself look good leading into this story.
You're pulling your weight, mate.
No, but I trusted a fard that I shouldn't have. Long story short. And it wasn't until we were walking to the venue that it was evident what had transpired.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. So from there, I put on a brave face, went there, mopped up in the mess. And the door at convenience, great venue, but the toilet door, there's work to be done there. The privacy's not great.
It didn't lock or
But
what?
it's a delight if you're a Polaroid bloody photographer.
Man, I remember on the way there, you farted in the car a few times. You were pretty tooty that day, weren't you?
Yeah.
Tooty McGee.
So it's premeditated, this.
I don't know. It might have been ramen at the Freo Markets. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what I can ask. I don't know. I can't poo-poo the ramen there. I do love it.
Yeah.
One day in England at a train station, I paid 50 cents to fart.
What?
We're sitting there, I was like, man, I got a shit. And the toilet's there, you got to pay 50 cents to get in.
Yeah.
I got in, sat down and just farted and was like, oh, guess that was it. And then pulled my pants up, walked out, I was like, oh, I just paid 50 cents to fart.
Most expensive fart I've ever heard of.
Only in Europe you have to pay to fart. The old phantom.
The air is clean over there, man.
Maybe that's why.
It's like Singapore with no bubble gum. No farting in Europe. Global warming.
Do you boys remember the Dirty Handles money launch with the Violent Soho?
Yes.
Fucking the just the fucking jump on stage, give it all hurt sort of
yeah.
thing.
Was it covered in chrome?
Yeah, covered in
Yes.
chrome.
That was sick.
Jacko
so-
still to this day is like, thank fuck those boys got up because I could not even sing that song, eh?
That my fondest memory of that night was waving that bloody flag around.
Yeah.
Oh my God! I thought if everyone goes home with all their eyes tonight, it's a miracle.
There's footage of me on someone's shoulders playing the guitar and someone's just fucking dootsing me in the flag every second. I'm just like, doos,
Yeah.
doos.
Yeah, no, that was a burst. I've still got my lighter.
Oh,
I've still got a little lighter with the dirty handle sticker on it.
Yeah.
Sits out the back.
We'll hold that because Dirty Handles, they're taking a hiatus, so we don't know what's happening there.
Did hear.
What's
Oh,
happened?
no.
Oh, just a bit of this, bit of that. Nah, yeah.
You're keeping busy, aren't you?
I'm very busy. Yeah.
You're
Got this
bloody-
podcast.
few
Moth
fingers in a
Street.
few pies, Moth Street.
Yeah, a few
Yeah,
fingers in a few pies.
beautiful.
So
That's the
I
way.
can't help myself.
Your back's against the wall, and you've got nothing left. Why should I care at all? Why should I care at all? Why should I care at all? Why should I care at all?
All right, the boys have quickly just jumped out to go to a 50-cent fart and grab a beer. We got Pierre Stillbutt with us.
Wait, I might ask for another beer. Hey, Ron, can I grab one? I'm
So
back.
He's back. What's the plan, bro? What's Reefy's got planned for
What's-
everybody?
What's next, man? We got some fucking fun things coming up. We just did a fun little thing called Reefeater. So keep your melons peeled for this one.
Okay.
And the whole premise. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks for the beer. The whole premise of this one is we decided to grab a song that we haven't really, we haven't released yet or anything like that. And we're like,
Oh,
"Oh,
yes.
fuck it, let's get on top of Ron's shed roof
Classic.
and record it, film it. Fuck
Yeah.
it, let's see what it looks like. And that's what's next.
So Rowan's got a stable shed, nice roof on top of it. Tiled or
No, it's a bloody Colorbond job.
It was
It's a Colorbond job.
It was
True
pretty
blue,
rough.
mate. True blues. They build them to last in Gosnells, mate. That's for sure.
The old Gaza slow. Yeah.
But no, we thought it was. The boys have had the idea brewing for a while.
Yeah.
But it was just mainly about stripping down a few of the songs so that you can actually kind of hear how they're written, because they're written on acoustic. Like all of our
okay.
songs start on acoustic.
Yeah,
Bit of a twinkle, a few whittlies and skiddlies,
Yeah.
and then a vocal melody, and,
Yep.
and then you go into the stew and build from
Yeah,
there.
righto.
That's how it's done.
Because you wouldn't think that by listening to the, that post-punk sort of vibe that you get after it. You'd think you'd just go in there like, all right, roll and start screaming. Paddy, start laying some baritone shit. We're gonna just and Pierre put the overdrive on, and we're gonna run it.
Yeah.
But that's the core of it starts from an acoustic.
Yeah, I don't know if there's definitely bridges and sections to songs that have started and spawned in the bloody jam room, but I don't know if any songs have really from the get-go been birthed in the studio. I could be wrong. There's definitely sections. You definitely have those huzzah moments.
The freshie we were working on last night was in the studio. That
Was
was a
it?
bass line, yeah.
No, the dun.
Oh, no, it
No,
wasn't.
that was at the back of my
all-
place.
it's all
Yeah,
acoustic.
that was acoustic,
Fucking
yeah.
hell.
True, it was
CT dog.
acoustic.
There it is.
I think-
That's it, boys know it.
I think most
truth.
I think for the
With some
most
cheese
part,
on it.
like bridges are done when we have the drum set and guitars active and stuff. But
Yep.
the songs itself, twinkling with like lyrics, harmonies, fucking with tempos. So,
Yep.
Well, actually, no, not really tempos, but most of those are start off acoustic.
Yep.
And then we try and pull them into the studio, and almost always we're like quicker,
Yeah.
bump it up as much as we can.
Yep.
So that so we can get Rowan, nice and sweaty.
You've got the drums in mind while you're playing the acoustic, though, right? You've got a drum
Yeah,
beat in
for
your
some-
head while you're doing it.
Yeah, for some stuff that I've kind of written, it's the drums are kind of in the back of the head before any lyrics are.
Yeah, okay.
That kind of sits there. So once we start jamming it, I'm like, I already know what I'm doing. It does change.
Can you strum the 6-string or are you just a tubs man?
No, I play a wee bit of guitar, but
Yeah.
power chords is as fancy as I get.
Yeah.
That's where it stops
That's
with
level
me.
2
So
sort of shit. Yeah,
yeah, it is. Well, once the second string's involved,
Yeah.
it's tier 2 material.
Yes.
So I like to, take it to the boys, and then all of a sudden it'll change. The
Yeah.
keys will change 2 to 3 to 4 to 10 times.
Yeah.
Sometimes, depending on on where we take it. But
How much practice do you get to an underwater level?
Yeah.
Sub-Zero, what the full?
Yeah.
Oh God, no! I've got a headache thinking about it.
Yeah, full Mario Stepek, versus Peach or something, or that spitting with the eggs and shit.
But back to the Reefeater thing, it was cool to strip them. It was like almost the full circle. What's the not gestation period? What do birds do? No, not birds. We'll get to that later.
Yeah.
What's insects? What metamorphosis?
Oh, yes,
that
yes,
shit
yes.
where it's like butterfly, caterpillar, caterpillar.
Yeah.
Don't touch. Larvae. I'm not a scientist.
No.
But that kind of thing where it's acoustic, it's gone to the jam room. We've played it live a bunch of times.
Yep.
Let's strip it back and go back on the roof with the acoustic, back where it came from.
Back to its roots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was cool. It was really cool hearing the boys, and they did a real good job of it. It was nice sitting back and listening.
So you filmed it, recorded it.
Yeah.
And
It's all right, Reefeater.
Reefeater, baby.
Reefeater,
Oh, I was paying.
Yeah,
when
you were
started.
fart. Yeah,
I
50
was
cent fart.
farting.
Roofeater, baby. I got that spare pair of knickers of yours in the boot. Oh wait, that's me who shits himself.
So when will you put that out on Facebook and YouTube and all that jazz, or?
Well,
Yeah, we'll figure it out. I
we
guess.
we don't know at this point what's going to happen exactly, but it'll be out to the world sooner rather than later. I think that's the next thing to sort of keep your eyes peeled for. But there's several things in the works. We got some shows coming up. We got a little festival we're playing start of March down in Bridgetown.
Oh, that's gonna be sick. It's a 2-day camping festival called Cowabunga. It's just punk bands for 2 days.
What?
Yeah,
And we're playing this sunset set. So like
Dang.
Yeah,
on my birthday.
What's the? Oh, stop
yeah.
that.
It's gonna be
juicy.
Cowabunga. I'm not sure what to expect though, because I've never played a festival before that Bart Simpson's organised.
Don't take any food, just shorts.
But that will be fun. We are frothing on that because we bit of a camping festival. It's hard not to get around them whether you're playing or not, isn't it?
Nah, the boys, the music, what's not to love about that?
Brewskins,
Should we
beers.
Heaps of good bands there too. Surf Shop Cops, I think,
Oh,
playing that
yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Cry Girl as
Yeah.
well.
Heaps.
Mixed netball. I think there's a lot of those kind of Freo guys, and I think some of those fellas used to be, or guys and gals, they were in Hell Average as well.
Yep.
Which, yeah, they were awesome. Not sure if they're playing anymore, but it's that kind of a few of those crew putting it together. So
Yeah,
we're
cool.
stoked to play it. We can't wait. Really can't wait.
How'd you sort of get onto that one?
No, they just asked us.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they asked you. Sweet.
It was I don't know, because we did play
Mitch Jones put it on. He's a drummer for
Mitch, yeah.
well,
Mixed netball he drums for.
yeah.
He's also an avid
Was he one of the
gardener.
other
Ah.
bands?
Yeah, he's actually hit us up a few times for my little home nursery for plants, funnily enough.
A fellow green thumber.
Yeah, and my misso's going, hey, this fella's, do you know this fella?
Yeah.
Sure enough, bloody, I said, yeah.
Funny
Played
that.
a few gigs with him.
Yeah.
What kind of bloody Eucalyptus macrocarpus is he into? You know what I mean?
What a plan. What a
Is
plan.
he a rhodantha or a pulverenta man?
Urethrochorus or a Fistophilia?
You're also an avid green thumb,
I
aren't you,
don't mind
Tom?
my green thumbing, mate. Yeah. Only natives, though. Fucking
Yeah,
cut the
nah.
invasive species off.
I'm all we're all about the natives.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's nice seeing, buddy. People put them back in the garden after getting bloody biffed
That's
for
right.
developments.
Yeah. I've seen one too many jacarandas myself, so
Yeah. Jacarandas, magnolias,
yes. Yep.
ornamental plums,
Ugh. Those,
Plague of
those
Perth.
London trees, what are those?
Platanus acerifolius. London plane trees.
Oh, fuck them off,
Don't get me started on those seedy bastards.
I didn't want to go down this rabbit hole with you, Rowan. The boys have gone to sleep.
Back to the music. Back to the music. The planned podcast will be next week, guys. Stay tuned. The old uncovered natives of the southwest.
Oh, shit. All right, so any more music to be recorded?
Yeah, we got an EP in the works.
Sweet.
We got a new song it's done. It just needs some album art. So
Oh, yeah.
that's coming soon too. But
Oh, is it single launch 16th of March?
19th of March.
19th of
Yeah.
March.
I've gone ahead and actually just yesterday, it's fresh. Booked the aardvark. So we're gonna put a little fun one
Up down
at the
there
aardvark.
south.
Yeah,
Cool.
man.
Yeah.
Get some of our mates on there and see what happens.
That's a great room. I like that one.
Yeah,
It's hot and sweaty
it
and
is.
packed.
Yeah, yeah. Nice sound too.
Mm, real good.
It's
Yeah.
good. And being Freo, it's easier to get some of our mates down.
Yeah,
Sometimes
okay.
playing indie bar north of the river, it's the invisible wall that is the
Yeah.
river. Sometimes people don't want to head up, but
Yeah.
it's nice playing in Freo.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Nice playing a bit more with a local crowd, but it is a good bloody spot to play. But the new song's all pretty well
Yeah.
good to go.
And
It's
that was
done.
coming in.
Oracle did that as well, or
We recorded. He just mixed it.
Yeah.
So
Put the icing on the cake.
and then
Beautiful.
Itzy's doing the artwork as we speak.
Cool.
Yeah.
So you recorded it, you say?
Yeah, well, me and Itzy
Yeah.
both got a studio together where we record stuff.
Nice.
We do most of our things as much as we can in house. Lifeline and this new song are like it's our first experience as having a producer from outside coming in and kind of, just taking the mix to the new and a new level,
Yeah.
a high level,
Yeah.
you could say. But most of the videos, actually that's not true. Chomp we had Andre do and everyone like that. But we try and do as much as we can in house, and then when it gets to just putting the icing on the cake, we're like,
Yeah.
let's get that person or that person to fucking
But audio wise, up until Lifeline, it
Yeah.
has just been the boys effectively
Yeah.
in house.
Yeah.
But yeah, sometimes going and getting a fourth ear on it is nice.
Having an extra eye, sort of.
Yeah, you can show it to the Mizzo here and there, but
Yeah.
eventually it gets. I've heard this,
Yeah.
17,000 times. Show someone else.
Yeah, that's right.
And there's something about there's something about messing with it with your mates before sending it off to someone. The actual creation process is really fun to just work on with, like this EP that we're working, this album thing that we're working on at the moment. Like we're trying to do all the tempo mapping, all the sections, really cut the fat, make sure that everything's ready to go, so we can get Rowan here to come in, slap those drums as hard as he can without trying to worry about, this section's too long or this section, this and that. So it kind of cuts down time by spending more time, I think.
Yeah. So you guys sort of, give it all that necessary needs, and Rowie comes in and chops and chooses and gets rid of bits that don't need and stuff like that. Is that how it sort of works, or?
No, more so
Not really.
with the EP. Well, with this EP,
Not quite.
no, this EP in particular, I've had a lot on my plate. So rather than sit dormant, it's been nice that the boys have been able to whack the kind of the bedrocks of the tunes and whack the demos down.
Yeah.
So that the tempos are set and all that.
Yeah.
All the boring red tape shit is
yeah.
kind of set.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to actually laying the drum tracks, I can hit the ground running.
Yeah, yeah.
More so than because we've kind of got 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 songs sitting there ready to record.
Yeah.
But it's just we want to do an EP because we've always drip fed singles.
Yeah.
Because that's the pace that we put music at.
Yeah,
not by choice.
No.
And if we would have put Bloody Lost at Sea on an album, it'd be ancient history.
Yeah.
So we kind of want to go, let's kind of get our shit together. Let's put a bit of an EP out and let's go to someone to do it.
Yep.
But before the EP, we've got one song that we want to put out as a single, which is called Fadey's History.
Yep.
We often start with it. It's one of those comfortable, fun, dancey kind of songs that's just comfortable.
Yep.
Everyone knows it like the back of their hand. And once you drop that, your second song's comfortable.
Yeah.
That's what we like. So, but we've never recorded it because it's never taken kind of precedent, or we've never kind of had the push to do it. So drop Fadey's History, and then we'll start going, okay, which songs do we want on the EP, and how we're going to order them and do them.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where we're at with the EP. But I can't wait to bloody slap an EP out there, stick a big dirty photo of my mug on the back, skid mark in my undies, and go, this is us, and have it out there.
50-cent piece at the front.
No, we can't wait.
It's a good feeling having a collection of songs that you guys created on either whether digital or physical platform.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of having an EP or album, is you can make it physical as well.
Yep.
A single's hard to. We could take all of our songs at the moment and burn it to a CD and hang them out, but it's kind of not the same. They don't sound the same.
No.
They're all different points of our journey.
Yep.
Whereas if we can kind of bang all these out, we can put them on the same album and kind of hand them to people and say, hey, listen to this band.
Yep.
They fucking suck.
They shit themselves all the time.
I'm going to get some vinyls. It'll be sick to just have a big dog.
Yeah.
Here's, I made this.
Get some wax.
Yeah.
That'd be cool, man.
I think that's the pinnacle. It's the best quality sound. It's like it's having it in your hand.
It's special. You don't
Yeah.
throw that away. If someone buys that, they're going to keep it in their record collection. And at some point, you know, they or their misso or their bloody kids or dog's going to go through their record collection and pick it out and be like, sick. Who's this van? What's this skid mark going on here?
Album art cover, a skid mark on a fresh pair of white bombs. Who's got a notepad? But you're dead on though. It is to do that wouldn't feel right with those songs. Like it is a bit of a journey.
Yeah.
And because we've gone to different people, you know, the guys have done it in house. Whatever, we've gone to Jay, and certain things have happened. I think an EP needs to have that kind of that wholeness to it.
Yeah.
And I think that's our next step. From popping out singles, you know, recorded in different rooms, a bit of it's, you know, bedroom stuff, some of it's studio stuff, some of the vocals we've done up in Pat's house, you know, Pat's old house, and covering mattresses and singing and screaming and doing 50 takes, and a lot of that's made the cut and is in the songs. You know, but to get a cohesive kind of sound, I think is the next thing.
It's got to be fluent, doesn't it? It's its own story in itself, you know. There's a beginning, there's a middle, there's an end, and you get to choose that, you know. Because if you're just bombing out singles, you know, there's maybe not so much sort of
like continuity to it.
Yeah, exactly. Like Paddy in Jump, the movie. No continuity.
The movie.
Paddy, the movie. Pretty much was.
Oh, man.
The day in the life.
So what, like 6, 7, 8 songs on the EP, or?
I think we had 8. We'd do an album, so probably 5.
Yeah.
But we do have about 8 to 10 songs sitting there.
Yeah.
Yeah. It depends what gets cut, what sort of gets done, what gets postponed.
Maybe record 7 and pick the best 5.
Yeah.
I think 5's a good amount. But we'll see. They've kind of got to be songs that are cohesive and flow together and tell a bit of a tale, because with each kind of song, it's almost like written about like certain perspectives or times. You know that you know all of us have had. You know, whether it be individually or together. But you can't just, you know, Frankenstein those songs together in a certain way. It's kind of got to work in a wee bit of a timeline without getting too, you know, bubble, boil and trouble on it. It does have to have that wee bit of flow.
Exactly that. Yeah.
I have Newt.
No, but you have to have some pride in it. Like, most people don't really notice it. They only notice if it's doesn't work. But if it works, that's when they're like, oh, it's a good album sort of thing. But if it doesn't work, they're like, what? This is jagged, you know, and that song shouldn't fit here, and that shouldn't go there, you know. So you have to have some pride in where you put the songs and how you're putting them in there and what's going where. Otherwise, it just sounds like a mess.
There's a real there's a real skill or something or talent to, like, you know, making a piece of an album that has like the flow, that choosing the right tracks at the start versus end and how they flow into each other. There's certain bands that do that really well. We were talking about King Giz earlier, and as you would probably know, they do some of their track listing really well, where some of their like songs will flow into each other before actually the song has ended. It's already started the next song. Shit like that's it's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's good songwriting.
They're the things that make it like quintessential, an actual album, rather than it just being like songs thrown together, sort of.
Yeah, it's made to be listened as an album rather than just a song that you pop in a playlist.
Yeah.
It's actually like live, it's the same thing, like picking a set list.
Yeah.
Like, you can just have all your songs in the wrong order and it wouldn't go down as well.
No. Yeah, that's like being a good band, you sort of, if you don't have that, I don't think people reciprocate well to it. You've got to actually narrow down on what's the first 3 songs, what's the, you know, the beginning, the middle, the end, what's the conflict, what's going to bit of resolution, you know. And if you don't do that, people just don't reciprocate to it. So, no, I love it, boys. Let's move on. I've got one more question before we get into this bird challenge. I kind of ask most bands, you know, Sunday morning, just played a gig, hungover as shit. Where do you go? What's your quintessential? What do you eat? Do you cook up a big breakfast? Do you go to Macca's? Do you eat nothing till 5 in the afternoon? What's the hangover food?
The burger and chips, man.
Yeah, burger and chips, man.
Yeah.
You're a burger and chips man, are you?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Rowan eats ramen.
I'm a ramen man. I do like ramen. If I can drag myself to the Freo markets.
Yeah.
If I can't, sometimes air of the dog, which is sometimes the best hangover cure of all.
Liquid breakfast.
Definitely. But yeah, I think we never really jam or anything the next day. We often we're all living. He's in South Perth, Pat's Freo. I'm fresh in Gos Vegas. So we all kind of, have to kind of go our separate ways sometimes after a few beers after a gig.
Yep.
But it's often a day of kind of just, I buzz after a gig, hey?
Yeah.
Like the next day, even just I'm laying in bed and I sleep thinking about the gig.
Yeah.
And I wake up the next day tingling, and sometimes you jump on the old book of faces and you go, oh, bloody... Look at us. Someone's done a story. Yeah. Some bloody bastard's gone and done a bloody story on us. I thought that was just me. Some prick's taking a photo of me in the toilet. Got ya. It's awesome. And it is a buzz. Like the whole next day for me is always do a load of washing for work on Monday. Yeah. Sort your shit out. Put a Paul Kelly album or something on, or a bit of Polaris, depending on what tickles my pickle. But just have a nice day. Have a nice day and froth on what's just happened. Because I love riding that wave into the next day.
Yeah. It's a real adrenaline rush, eh?
Yeah, and that's not always drinking, beers, or it's sometimes it's just kind of, walking the dog and going to the park. Yeah. But that buzz, it's like that new car smell. Yeah. It stays, it lingers. Yeah. And that's the best thing for me about being in a band, I reckon. Yep. Yeah. Is that
the new car smell.
The new car smell.
That's it. That's what we're going to call it.
Oh, what a feeling.
Itzy, what do you got? What's your go-to?
Man, what I do the next morning after a gig is almost always, it's just a good coffee. That's the shit that gets me going. Yeah. Long Mac, topped up, oat milk. Thank you very fucking much.
Odie,
I'm out of there.
He's an Odie man. Yeah.
And then I get on with my shit, man. Then I do the rest of my day. Yeah. I don't hang in bed. I don't watch movies or anything.
Watch Facebook stories and.
Oh no, I do go on the old Book of Faces as well, and I like to hear if the songs sound good from someone's phone. Yeah. Because sometimes you're like, oh, shit, that's that harmony sounded like bumhole, but sometimes it's really nice to see, and then you're like, oh, we actually played that really well. Oh, we should do that, we should do this, we should do that. And often a lot of live shows I'll actually or in the past I've recorded them on a Zoom recorder, just a portable recorder, just so we can play it back, swing it to the boys, and we can kind of see which bits work, which bits don't work as well, and sometimes film it as well. But yeah, I like to flick through those things and just make sure that things are getting better with each gig, and I think it's helped us a lot, eh? I think
so good.
Yeah.
It's like a different perspective, I suppose, like from the crowd.
It's so hard to gauge if you've played well or not, because you get so caught up in your own shit. You're like, oh man, I missed that, or I did this or did that, but then it doesn't matter. Sometimes it doesn't matter at all. If you've had good energy, if you had good energy, then you played a good show.
It is amazing how sometimes dropping a stick or a bum note or whatever just doesn't matter on stage. Like I found that very comforting. Looking back, like the whole warts and all, when you look at a story or something and you go, holy shit. Yeah. Like, it doesn't matter that bum note. No one even, it doesn't matter. Nah. And you see, the whole thing as a whole. Yeah. The whole shebang is, warts and all. I love it. I find it very comforting and fun to watch.
Yeah, I've got a pretty bad record of breaking guitar strings on stage. When I first started playing with the boys, like I broke a string every single gig, until I started using thicker strings on a different guitar, and I was like, all right, my 11s will work. Yeah. And then at Milk Bar, one of the last gigs we played, second last one we played, man.
You brought two guitars with fresh, thick strings and broke them both in like the first song.
Bro, it was horrendous. And then I borrowed Ollie from Sky Cave's guitar, his Strat. It was such a nice guitar. And then my tuner pedal decided to get on the bass, and it was not working at all. And I was just like, okay, well, after tinkering with that for a bit, I'll just tune by ear. So people in the crowd, I was thinking,
doing, 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 doing.
People are the sound of just tuning on stage. I was like, what the fuck? What kind of music is this? But no, like it was a fun night after all of that. Once I sorted out my fucking guitar, then I was like, all right, we're good to go.
So you reckon the thicker strings is the key? Because I break strings every time too.
I play hard, man. I just strum hard. I got thick fingers.
Do you use a pick?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think sharpening your pick before each gig doesn't help either.
No, not really.
I only play with picks made of ironstone.
Ditch the paper strings as well. There's fucking.
Dental floss E-string. That's why your teeth are so bloody clean, mate.
That's what they feel like, man. Just bloody floss. That's what I'm playing on that guitar.
Yes. What acts do you play?
I play a few, man. My favorite one to play with the boys is a Dean Hardtail, which is my brother-in-law's guitar that he's lent to me. Fucking awesome. Got some nice hummies in there, which works really well.
Beautiful.
But other than that, I flick between a Strat, a John Frusciante Strat that my other mate gave to me, and a Cole Clark Telly.
Nice.
Yeah, it's an interesting guitar, but they're both quite thin sounding.
Yeah.
So use them sparingly, but mostly the Dean Hardtail, man. It sounds thick.
Yep.
Sounds abrasive. It sounds people can actually hear me.
Yep. Well, it's iconic, man. You can definitely get I think a unique sound out of it that only a 3-piece sort of can get. You don't need an extra guitar. You don't need all the shits and bangs sort of
Don't
thing.
need the bells and whistles, man.
No, or
no
whatever
way.
Rory says, the fucking pots and bubbles and the whatever. Hey,
No, we don't need all the fruit, mate. We don't need all the fruit. The other thing is, it's hard enough, organising the three of us to get together for a jam. If there was a fourth person, scheduling would be a bloody nightmare.
Yes, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's nice to spend the three.
Yeah.
It's refreshing. It's not over the top, and
You can get a massive sound with 3 people. It just means there's more room for everyone.
Yeah.
So you can play busy as fuck and do triple harmonies, and it's too busy anyway. So
you're on the 5-string too, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Add that extra depth to it.
Yeah.
I don't use it that much, but we used to have some more heavier metal-y songs, and I needed to use it. But being left-handed, you're pretty limited what basses you can kind of get.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
The trade-off being in a 3-piece though is you can't hide behind anything.
No.
A lot of metal. I've played in a metal band before and stuff like that, and a lot of people out there play with like 5 members or even more. If you got keys as well, that's crazy, man. It's too easy to hide behind another guitar or just a wall of sound. And if that's what you're going for, that's sweet. That's sweet ass. But it's kind of it's a trade-off because you have to be tight. You have to be tight as fuck as a and you can't. You have to know what you're doing. And if you fuck up, everyone's going to hear it.
So, that's right.
Yeah, it can be easy. Multiple members means it can be a bit of a musical stacks on where you're kind of just adding to a sound. But yeah, the 3 you're exposed. Yeah, and it's good. It's nice to be exposed because you're accountable. Yeah, but if you fuck up, it doesn't matter.
No.
Because there's 2 other people playing the right thing. You hope. That's where we sit with it.
Yeah.
Skate punk, man. You don't want too many people.
No.
You don't want. It's not an orchestra. It's guitar, bass, drums, and everyone belts their heart out vocally, and that's the game. Yeah. That's the game we're in.
That's right.
The bird machine. Check.
Check that out, boys. Yeah. All right, fellas. We'll finish off with the bird challenge. I think, Rowie, I've threw this out to you guys, and you come back with well, what do you got? What do you got for us, bro?
Can you explain the bird challenge first?
Okay, yeah, I can. That's actually probably exactly what I should have done. Well, we're in the head.
Can you explain what a bird is?
Yeah. We're in the Hen House Studios doing the podcast.
So,
Hen's a bird. We thought, well, why not do some sort of shitty old challenge that most commercial radios do, and get you guys to summarise the band or just come up with a bird and expel it in some sort of art form, whether it be dance, song, rap, freestyle, poem, dad joke, etc. And I just leave it up to you guys. Rowie, I believe's got a poem.
Yeah, me and Pierre did absolutely nothing. So I have not heard this.
No, we did something. We said, good job.
Yeah. I said, I'm not going to read it. Me and Pierre are going to dance while you do it.
Yes. Yep.
And sometimes that's all I need.
Yeah, cool.
I
just want to be heard.
I want to be a bird that's heard. No, it was kind of this did get dropped on us yesterday, T-Dog, to
That's
be fair.
right. So apologies.
So the notice wasn't quite there. And I did drive back from Albany yesterday on a 42-degree day, and my aircon shit itself. So, I was cooking yesterday. She was a warm one.
Yep.
But anyway, so I didn't start it till this morning,
Okay.
I'll have you know.
Yeah,
but I woke up, had a blend 43, and here I am.
How was your Chico roll?
So I was going to do it about a toucan on account of my nose.
Okay.
the old beak. But I thought, no. And Pat popped over yesterday for a brewskin, so we did kind of and ahhing about what bird.
Well, I thought a pigeon for me because I walk like a fuckhead. And then whatever the best looking bird is for Pierre.
Yes.
I was thinking of fucking flamingo, man.
Mhm.
I got long
Nice.
legs. Yeah.
Yep.
You got a real long pink.
What's Rowie then?
Well, I bloody no, we had a bit of a yarn about it, and I thought, well, I like to when I get challenged, I like to throw a challenge back.
Yeah, okay.
So what I'll do is I've written a bit of a poem about a bird.
Yes.
And I kind of, at the end, I do spill the beans on what kind of bird it is.
Phew.
So, if you don't get
Okay.
it, if you don't guess it, I'll forgive you.
So it's a who am
So
I
T-Dog
sort of-
has to guess it. Is that
It's a whodunit of the Feathery Boys. So let's, it's a little poem. I whipped
So
it up
it's a
this
Mrs.
morning.
Peacock in the kitchen sort of scenario.
with a wrench?
Cock in the kitchen. All right.
All right. Do we
All
got
right.
music under it? Are we dancing over it, or are we just going to watch you?
Well, I mean, that's
Oh, I
your
could heavy
prerogative.
breathe.
What kind of bird does that?
They all breathe.
Sloth bird.
All right, we'll take it away, big fella. I'll see what I can.
This
See
is
if I
it.
can't guess it.
This is it. So it's a bit of a poem. I'll let you guys have a bit of a takes you on a bit of a journey. So the whole time you just play the game. Try and think about what kind of bird I am.
All right.
And it is a bird. That's the only clue I'm giving. Because they're the perimeters I was set.
Yeah, okay.
All right, let's see how I go. See if I can read my own fucking writing. All right. I am a feathered wing boy. My beak matches my feet. You'll find me at the esplanade or scabbing on your street. That is, unless you live in Gosnells, Balga, or Marangaroo. It's far too hot and dry out there. For me, that just won't do. I'm seldom on my lonesome, as lonesome seldom fun. Although we mainly keep it real, there's a token bossy one. I love to make a song and dance, but I don't chirp or quack. Unlike my swoopy cousins, I'm not one to attack. Putting two and two together, guys? We're bloody piecing it together?
I'm stuck on the beak and the feet.
Does it just mean it's got a beak as feet or feet as a beak?
Well, it might all come together
No,
Okay, continue, Rojo.
if all the beaks are shut.
sorry.
Like many other feathered friends, for my dinner I must look. But my favourite snacky boy of all is one you humans cook. I'm not covered in fancy colours. I'd look no good in a cage. But I do look great on beer bottles down the road at Gage. So next time you're down at South Beach with the hippies smoking mull, don't forget to pass it left to me, your good old mate, Seagull.
Absolute master of the band, brother. I thought it was a bush chook. I mean, a bin chuggin there.
Ibis.
Yeah, the ibis. Great bird. Very underrated.
Trusty bird.
Well, boys, thank you very much for joining me on Uncharted Artistry. You've fucking been a dream. I couldn't have done it without you. Episode 2.
Thanks for having us, man.
No dramas
thanks,
at all.
man.
Reefeater, thank you so much, boys.
Woo!
Woo.
Cheers, T-Dog.
T-Dog.